Okay, video 65 out of 100. I'm on my way to doing 100 videos in 100 days, and yeah, we're just gonna keep rolling. I just came back from my latest event. It was raining today, so it was originally gonna be a net walking, and we were gonna walk 5 kilometers from Ebisu to Osaki, but yeah, it rained. So at the last minute, I decided, these things, I say they're rain or shine, but I realize it's pretty cold, and cold rain and walking might not make people too happy. So I shifted it to the living room, right? Because I started also doing NetChilling, and I think the first one was last month or 2 months ago. And yeah, I found out that people rent their living rooms, so I started doing this. It was pretty cool. So at the last minute, I went online and I found a living room really close to Ebisu station, and yeah, we just moved everybody into the living room and we just hung out and talked. And yeah, if you were there, yeah, thank you so much for coming. It was a great time. We had our first kid, so shout out. You know who you are. And yeah, it was a good group. Lots of Well, for me, yeah, I knew everybody, but it was still good to see people offline and face to face. I think just sharing that time, sharing the vibe, is so important these days. And yeah, like I love, I've written about this and I've made a video about this a while ago, that I these days I totally think meeting friends online and then bringing that relationship offline is the best way to do things, because then you can always bring it back online, and comment and share their posts. But still, I like to meet people. I like to hang out and spend time with people. So today was and one of those times. And yeah, these events, they're so minimal. Like, people ask me like, oh, what is the plan, or do I have to bring anything, or how much does it cost? And these things are nothing. Like, I don't ask for any money. I ask for charity donations, and I actually forgot to do that now until I just mentioned it. Usually we donate 100 yen for every kilometer that we walk, but I don't know, sitting in the living room, there's no walking, so it just is what it is. And yeah, this time it's as totally minimum as it is. Like, first time I brought some snacks and some drinks, but this time, yeah, I didn't have enough time to prepare, and I thought we just keep it as simple as possible. So yeah, like minimum planning, like really just date, time, place. That's it, right? And then just the cool people, they gather and we just have cool conversations. And yeah, I think that's kind of a theme that I like to have now. Because when I used to do events, in the club or, festivals, music stuff, like you would just try to overwhelm the people with gimmicks and things, Because I remember we had a, club event, and I had a friend of mine was a hairdresser, so he wanted to set up a little booth at our event and like just do hair and makeup for the girls at the club. And like, that's cool, right? Other times, sponsors want to have a booth and give out their free things, or, whatever. People want to do a fashion show at the event. Like, there's all these little gimmicky things. And I feel like that in the club, you want that novelty, or you want those kind of, you just want to just blah, just throw everything at the people, and hopefully they walk away with some memories, right? So what I'm doing now is the exact opposite of that. and no gimmicks. It's like no timetable, no nothing. I didn't even bring food, right? So it's like minimum preparation and like maximum, what do you call that, connection, right? And just having people just connect and have a real conversation for 2 hours, like that's enough for me these days. And I feel like there isn't enough of that, normally these networking things, especially coming up next week, I guess next month, 2 weeks later, it's all those end of year parties, Bonenkai, networking events, and it's you have 5 minutes max talking to somebody. So providing these places and times for people to just sit down and just hang out, like there's nothing groundbreaking or new about what I'm doing, but yeah, it's still so funny to me that people say like, oh, how'd you get that idea, like how did you come up with that plan? I'm like, well, what? It's it's just hanging out in a living room, literally, or walking in a park. Like there's nothing new here, right? But I guess we've just gone so far away from that, in the event world, that just bringing it all the way back to the basics, like it's something I love to do, and I'm planning to do a lot more. So if you're coming to town, if you're coming to Tokyo, send me your dates, and I'll plan something around so that we can hang out. All right. So thanks for watching. I am Inbound Alex, and I help Japanese brands with their inbound sales, and then when they're ready, we take them abroad. If this is you, give me a call too. We can hang out, or I can help your business grow. All right. Thanks, and see you next time.